midst of the biggest tag team match in Smackdown history. Nexus has invaded Smackdown, and they're squaring off against 5 of the biggest superstars Smackdown has to offer. Heath Slater in the ring right now against Kofi Kingston from Smackdown.
And I need to correct you, Todd, because it's actually down to 4 now. Because remember, there's the cover by Kofi. Alberto Del Rio, just before the commercial break, walked out on Team Smackdown.
Superman punch there from Kofi.
So you're down to Kofi, Kane, Big Show, and Edge against 5 members of Nexus. And the numbers game now in Nexus' side.
The first team to get a pinfall or submission declared the winner.
There's Heath Slater. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but hey, Otunga wants to be a leader. He should start acting like one.
Keep your eye on Kofi!
4 of the 5 members of Nexus are flat on their backs thanks to Kofi Kingston.
I'll tell you, I got to get back to Otunga, though. He wants to be a leader. He's not showing any leadership qualities right now.
Well, Michael, maybe he's waiting for his moment.
Waiting for his moment. He just got smacked in the face.
Otunga provided enough of a distraction. Kofi Kingston's controlled frenzy came back to bite Kofi as Heath Slater took advantage.
And Matt, the only Smackdown superstar I believe we haven't seen in this match is the World Heavyweight Champion Kane.
One more time, take a look at Kofi Kingston just being quelled, the fire being put out. Take that, David Otunga, to watch Heath Slater. Kofi took his eyes off of Heath, and Heath was able to turn the complexion of this contest around.
Remember, the legal man right now for Smackdown is Kofi Kingston as Gabriel rolls him into the ring. Big trouble here. Hook in the leg, and no!
Gabriel had made a tag, ladies and gentlemen. He was the legal man as well.
And Matt, Nexus finally beginning to find their form in this match. They were dominated early.
It's just a matter of time with this team of Nexus. So many weapons, and now you see the A-list, David Otunga.
Yeah, Otunga wants to be a leader. It's time if he wants to show it here. Otunga's had issues. Well, this is what Nexus is all about. That attack of feral dog mentality.
We saw that in action backstage, an attack on Rey Mysterio, an attack on MVP and Cabal.
Think about Otunga, he believes that he's been slighted at the hands of Nexus leader Barrett.
And now Otunga, shoulders down.
And one of the big issues for Otunga, Matt, has been the fact that ever since John Cena was forced to become a part of Nexus, Otunga sort of feels like he's been pushed to the side.
Earlier, it was Alberto Del Rio that was pushed off the ring apron by a traveling bus known as the Big Show. Alberto will hit his head, of course, on the barricade, and Alberto's had enough. Why do I need to be in here? I'm going to leave now.
Is there a reason that you just opened this man's house?
I was doing Alberto once.
Well, since Alberto is from Mexico, I don't understand it.
Moving right along, David Otunga now has Kofi Kingston trapped.
Kofi's been in the ring for a very long time, Matt. He's got 3 men just itching to get into the contest. He's got to make a tag.
And the reaction you got is what it deserves.
Thank you.
And now Michael McGillicuddy making a tag to Husky Harris.
McGillicuddy and Harris, so impressive because they're so aggressive.
Guys, as a fan, as someone just watching, I kind of like Justin Gabriel and Husky Harris and Michael McGillicuddy because of what they bring to the WWE. So while Nexus may be an infection individually, as a fan, there are certain aspects of these guys that I like.
Well, you're certainly not happy they're here tonight, are you?
Well, I mean, again, I understand what they're doing. They're invading Smackdown so close to Survivor Series, trying to make an impact. But being an impartial viewer and an analyst, I'm just going to sit back and watch good competition.
You can hear the WWE Universe pleading for Kofi Kingston to find the energy to be able to make a tag.
And the one thing we do know about Nexus, guys, is that Survivor Series, they're going to lose a member. John Cena will be out of Nexus at Survivor Series no matter what happens. But for John Cena, if Wade Barrett becomes champion, he's free to do whatever he wants here in the WWE. If Randy Orton retains the championship, John Cena will be fired. If Barrett's in trouble, and it looks like Orton's going to win, what will John Cena do? Moment of truth time, and I know what I did. I count Wade Barrett the victor.
I I think John Cena's going to do the right thing regardless. I mean, that's been John's MO his entire career, is doing the right thing. But we'll have to wait till Survivor Series to find out. Cover here.
And now Gabriel has Kofi's leg hooked.
But Matt, you're talking about something that John Cena loves to do. Something that is his life, his passion. He is so emotional about being part of WWE. John told me when I was talking to him earlier this week that he doesn't know what he would do with his life if he couldn't perform here in World Wrestling Entertainment.
Well, maybe a case for John Cena where he says, listen, as a cover here by Heath Slater, I'd rather die standing than live on my knees. At some point, Cena has to make the ultimate stand and the ultimate decision. That moment will come 2 weeks from this Sunday at Survivor Series. Now Michael McGillicuddy, who's been so impressive recently, could pick up the win here for Nexus.
And I really thought during Season 2 of NXT, Matt, that Michael McGillicuddy was the best in-ring technician of all the competitors.
Yeah, he's certainly a pure breed, certainly stands out. And when you stand out amongst the Nexus, it makes the entire group that much more dangerous.
But Matt, speaking of dangerous, how much more abuse can Kofi Kingston take here? Nexus continues to make rapid-fire tags, whereas Kofi has really had no reprieve.
Well, there's the answer to your question. There's the reprieve that Kofi Kingston needs. Kofi needs to make up about 5 feet of space. Edge seems to be the closest. The Giant is perched and waiting. Who's Kofi going to tag? Kane tags himself in. Here comes the World Heavyweight Champion. It looks like Edge had the beat on the tag, but Kane went into business for himself.
And now David Otunga trying to talk his way out of this. Good luck. Holy shit! And here goes Kane. He's going to take on all of Nexus by himself.
Well, Kane must take the most offense to Nexus showing up here on Smackdown because being the World's Heavyweight Champion, this is essentially Kane's show. Friday night belongs to the Big Red Monster.
The man who buried The Undertaker alive can bury Nexus here tonight on Smackdown.
Let's not forget, Nexus, for some reason, got involved in that buried alive match. Had the bragging rights.
Very interesting point. We never really found out what that was all about. But they helped Kane on many levels.
As the hand comes high, if you're thinking forward to Survivor Series, you have to admit Kane looks good right now. Clicking on all cylinders.
Kane looks great right now, but Nexus
disagreed.
But now the Big Show. See you later.
Hang on.
What is Kane doing? Just choke slam. The largest athlete in the world.
Kane thinks that it was Big Show that hit him from behind when it was essentially the Nexus, and I don't think Kane cares.
And now Edge has just tagged himself in.
What's good for you is good for me. The #1 contender and the World's Heavyweight Champion playing a game of one-upsmanship.
Well, Team Smackdown obviously has not found a way to put their personal issues aside, but can they still overcome adversity and win? Kane has the #1 contender. Wait a minute. What is going on here? And now Edge spears Otunga.
Go for it.
It's disintegrated, but somehow they managed to get it done. Edge tagging himself in just like Kane did moments earlier.
Edge is ever the opportunist. Kane took exception. Edge a little too quick. Spear coming for the World's Heavyweight Champion. And then David Otunga is locked and loaded. Spear for you as well. Congratulations, Edge. Momentum builds to the Survivor Series.
A message from Edge to Nexus, stay off our turf, but a message from Edge to the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm coming to get you.
Well, Edge with his chance. He just speared the man he'll be facing at Survivor Series for the World Heavyweight Championship.